Hi, and welcome back. I'm Sean Spencer from NFN Coaching, and I'm hoping you really enjoyed this series. And if you're really getting some value out of this, please click the likes and subscribe and share it where you can. That really, it really helped me out, yes, but I mostly want you to share this if you can, if you're getting value out of this series, so that you can help others who may also struggle with these challenges that I'm trying to bring to the forefront. Now, in this particular one, I would like to start looking at the benefits of working on our EQ versus our regard to our SQ, which is our social quotient. So, working on our emotional capacities and working on our self growth and healing through traumas, letting go of past wrongs and failings, and letting ourselves know that our life is a growth centric experience, not and that's the main focus of our life experience, is a growth centric experience. And the more we add to our emotional understanding of how to do all this self work and this self growth, then the better the types of people that are going to be attracted to our presence. Okay, this is where the abundance type mindset really starts to work and to flow for your mutual benefit, where you'll go to particular places and people will respond to you in a more pleasant way, because you've done the self growth to understand that even if someone was to be angry at you, well, you don't have to necessarily react to that the same way you might have done in the past. There's a story of a Zen Buddhist where this person was really angry and shouting at the Zen Buddhist and ranting and raving, and the Zen Buddhist just sat there and smiled. And the more he sat there and smiled, the bigger the smile he grew, the madder the other person became, the angrier the other person became, until he just walked off. And one of his students had actually seen this actually take place. And the student asked the Zen master as to why did you not react? And the Zen Buddhist master just said, well, if I was to give you a gift, but you did not accept the gift, to whom does the gift belong? So if you understand that, the angry person, his anger was this metaphorical gift, but the Zen Buddhist was not going to receive or accept that gift. So the man had to keep that with him and walk off with it. So therefore leaving the Zen Buddhist with none of the man's anger. You know, he did not have to accept, and he did. It's the same where you do this emotional work. If you previously used to go around in an upset fashion or a very reactive fashion, but now you're feeling a more of a sense of calm through going through and learning these particular aspects that I've been trying to teach, you'll find that people will respond to you better. You'll be invited to more places, and you'll be uh, having a nicer experience overall. And even if you're not being invited as many times, it may be that those people that used to invite you more were actually too toxic for the growth you were at. And now you've grown past their life experience and stuff, and you're growing towards a newer path that is going to accentuate where you're growing into next and the challenges that you're going to grow forth from that point. And this is why it's a great benefit to work on our EQ to grow our social standing in a more healthy way. And the other way that this works is if you're hanging around 10 idiots, you'll become the 11th. If you hang around 10 millionaires, you'll become the 11th. If you hang around 10 enlightened people, you become the 11th. Okay? If you're hanging around 10 stressed people, you'll become the 11th. Okay? We are social creatures through evolution, through revolution, and through just biology. our biology was designed to be very social. Okay, so when we work on our emotional well-being and our health well-being, then we will enhance our social well-being. And sometimes we may be in a position where previously if you're at a workspace where you've got 10 other people and usually they're really quite stressed, but you're taking the charge and leading the way into doing this self-growth and learning of your emotional healing, and the way to pull that together to be more functional and think with more clarity. You're doing that leading work to add to your growth centric experience, and you're the one that introduces these concepts to your team. Then they may see the benefit of growing with you and sharing that experience. Okay, which would be amazing to see and hear. So I hope you do find a way to tell me that you're managing to do that and lead the way, lead the charge in detoxifying the workplace if you're in one, if you're in one that was previously toxic. And by doing this, you're going to be adding and enhancing your health and well-being and the well-being of those around you. If you were in a social circle previously where it was very toxic and they don't want to grow with you, then that's okay too. It's a thing. This is a case of accepting others as they are. If they want to grow with you, let them grow with you. You know, if they don't want to grow with you, they don't have to grow with you. Actually, trying to push them to grow with you will not work. Okay? I mean, you got to take into account, if you know how much effort and work it takes to add change to yourself, then you've got Buckley's chance of changing anyone else anyway. So, to let go of that type of frustration, you can either accept them as they are and wish them well, or you can accept them as they are and hope that they'll see and be inspired by your actions and taking charge and leadership in growing your life experience in better, healthier ways. Will inspire them one day to want to do the same. Okay, that's all you can do in that regard, is hope that it inspires them. Okay, but either way, wish them well, enjoy them as they are, and understand that, again, you have no control over anyone else other than yourself. This is your life experience. Their life experience is their life experience. And that's okay too. Okay? Now, as you grow into your next social circles, if you're leaving one behind, the more work you do on yourself, the better. Because toxic persons will attract toxic persons. Injured and traumatized will also attract toxic persons to take advantage of those wounds. However, healed will attract other healed and functional people. Okay, this is the nature of energetics. I'm hoping to get more into the energetic side of things later in the year. But here, healed will attract other healed people and other functional people. Anything else that's in between that doesn't fit where you'd like to grow into, let them go. Okay? Having a toxic person in a doorway in your life that you're sitting on the fence deciding whether to keep around or to shut out just blocks the traffic of the good people that could be coming through. That's all that does. All right? While that person is around, if you do not want them if you're struggling with a decision, you know, the more distance you put in between the toxic person and where you're growing to, right, the better, because you're going to make more space for healthier people to enter your life experience, so that it will enhance your growth, enhance your healing in ways you won't expect, right? But it will be really great for you. Okay? There are other times, though, where I think the term is wolf in sheep's clothing. There will be cases where sometimes a wolf in sheep's clothing will appear to challenge you to find out whether you actually want the growth or you'd like to heal. Okay? So I'll go into that another time one day, but like it is very important to know that your life experience is your life experience. You cannot predict all of it. You can predict very little of it. You can only predict yourself as to what you're going to choose next at most. Okay? So the idea here is to help you heal so much and to help you understand your emotions with such clarity that great people will love to spend time with you and choose to spend more time with you over time, right? And there won't be any real restrictions and stuff in this way. It'll be a very unconditional love type of way where they'll feel free to be their best selves and they'll enjoy spending time with others that also like to be their best selves and feel free to be their best selves. It's kind of like the idea of being able to leave the door on a parrot enclosure open so the parrot's free to fly in and fly out and stuff at their will, and that they'll choose to spend their time with you if they've been treated really well. If they've not been treated really well, then they fly off. Let them, you know. Your life experience. You got all these billions of people and that to potentially have a life experience sharing. So there's always possibility for better. You never know. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one.